is up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. I hope this is working. Just give me a comment. I'm using some new software today, so just chuck a comment. Make sure you can hear me. Turn my volume down. Can you guys hear me? Just want to get... Okay, we're back. Sorry. No, that's right. I pushed the wrong button. I'm using new software. Just bear with me. We are back. Don't worry. I'll just wait for a comment to make sure you guys can see me again. I know it just went black. I closed the tab on my laptop. I'm using StreamYard, but you should be able to hear me now loud and clear. Awesome. All right, guys. So let's just jump straight into it. We've got a little bit of agenda today. I'm having a coffee. It's morning here. It's 10:31. Excuse me. The agenda today is we're going to celebrate this beast being back in stock. As of 29 minutes time, the Endevor Pro will be back in stock, and it's going to have its upgraded vest. So it's now going to have the 6.0 flip sky. I'm going to be looking at comments as we go. Scott's live. Oh, someone just commented on our group chat. That's nice. So we've got a few people in the chat. As I said, we're here to talk about the Endevor Pro being back in stock. It's been out for so long. I feel like I did my initial ride videos and it was so popular and it just went out of stock. It was gone. So very happy that it'll be back and even better than before. We're also going to do a $100 giveaway. Just looking at the comments here. We're going to do a $100 giveaway as well for the Nobleman tech voucher. So we'll do that really, really soon. We'll jump straight into that and get it done in case we have an internet outage. And then I've got two boards to unbox for you today. Two very different boards, which I haven't seen yet online. One you'll definitely know about. That one you'll know about. The one behind it, you won't know about it just yet. So if you're just joining, guys, I'm using new software today, so please bear with me. I'm trying to do all the things and share screens and show comments and stuff like that. I'm reaching under this and running my laptop. So let's just jump straight in and let's look at the Endevor Pro. I'm going to share my screen because apparently I can do that. Won't be a second. Endevor Pro, share. Now you should be able to see that. Yes. Okay. Well, it's working. So as you can see here, it's still showing sold out. Now it is still showing the VESC 4 and the VESC 6 on their website. In 27 minutes, when it goes live, the VESC 4 will not be there. So that won't actually be an option because FlipSky are not making that anymore. So this will be your only option, the VESC 6. And it's going to be $2,099 plus my discount. So my usual code, ScottD. I actually don't know how much discount that'll give. I'm waiting for it to go live to put it in and find out myself. But here's the beast. I mean, you guys will probably know all about it already. It's when I talk about my favorite boards, this is number one for pure enjoyment. It goes anywhere. It's got so much range. It's silky smooth, the smart reverse. I really like it all. It really is nice. Let's have a look really quick. Well, where can I buy this dust? What's that mean? I feel like this is a work video meeting. Oh, okay. What can we do to make it so it doesn't feel like a work video meeting? I don't have any beers, so we can't relax that way. Doing a job. Market as users, pixie dust, Eovan. So, okay, Eovan's not one of the boxes. Eovan's actually through that door there. I'm not going to show that one today. That's going to be a whole different video. If you've got any questions about the board, ask them now, or you can just jump straight into the giveaway. Now, you don't have to be in the chat, which is nice. Let's have a look. If you can make some mark if you want. Okay, I'm not really following this conversation. You guys are talking amongst yourself, which is fine. We've got some cool guys. All my Patreons on here, which is nice. It's working. Yeah, I hit the wrong button before. All right, so let's just jump straight into the giveaway for now. Where is it? Endevor Pro, YouTube comment picker. Here we go. So add to stream. Random comment picker. You should be able to see that now in a second. Just bear with me. Oh, this is not as easy as I thought it would be. Tell you what, when you practice, it always works smoother when it's not live, which is obviously always the way. All right, now you should be able to see this now. So there is the random comment picker. Now I've got all the comments in there from the Nobleman TK02 video. You don't have to be in the chat this time, and it's for $100 voucher. So whoever gets it, they go to my About tab in my channel, shoot me an email, and we will give them a $100 voucher. It's that simple. So let's just jump straight in. It takes very quickly. It doesn't take long at all. Running it right now. And the winner is Sleepy Sheep. I actually have been looking for a new helmet, and I think this just might be the one. A great video as always, Scott. That's nice. So Sleepy Sheep, when you see this, shoot me an email. You've got 7 days, a total of 7 days from now. If not, we will do another live draw, and we'll keep doing it until we give the voucher away. So you have 7 days from now. Let's just jump straight back in. Okay, let's have a look at the comments really quickly. Hendrik, what's up? Still have your gear for you. Josh is there. My TK02 arrives this week, I think. Awesome. Let me know what you think about it. I really like it. It fits beautifully. It's cool when you wear it. There's always a little hitch. Are you saying tech is hard? Yeah, tech is hard. Read my first post, please. Mark. Well, how far back was it? Can you just copy and paste it again for me? Mark. I'm just going to do the comments now. So all good in the UK. All right, there's lots of comments there. We've got Chris in the chat. We've got Tanner. Tanner in the chat. Danny Black in the chat. There's loads of people here. All right. Any questions about this, guys? This is going live in about 25 minutes. As I said, I was hoping that we'd stretch the stream out until it goes live so we can see how much discount's going to be on there. But I have a feeling today's video will be nice and quick. I'm going to grab this off the bench and we're going to do the first unbox of the board. I think nobody's probably seen yet because it's weird. I rode it yesterday and it blew my socks off, almost literally. So with it there, I'm going to get the small, it's a small box. Is it here? Now this board, these guys, this company has been talking about making this board for about 1.5 years. And I think there was the global shortages and there was issues and so on, but they have now done it, which is nice. Want to get a board like that? Yeah. What's the main difference between the VISC 6 and the previous one? It just has more. It has more options, but also runs a high. You can put higher amps through it. It's just an all-round bit of VISC, and plus they're not making the 4 anymore, so it's almost like a sort of just a newer model. Right, let's just jump into this. Now, when you first see it, I think it's a little bit underwhelming. It's a little bit ugly, but you need to use your imagination and picture it with cloud wheels on, and I think you'll see why I like this board. I might put it on the ground and just lift it up. Now this is the Vestar V3 4-wheel drive. So it has battery, ESC, 2 motors each end. It's a bamboo and fiberglass deck. And I rode this yesterday and it has got some kick. Like I'm talking faster than other 4-wheel drive boards that I've ridden. Like it really gets up and goes. I want to show you something else which is really cool. This is their really nice accessory case. I'll zoom in a little bit with this one. This is their nice accessory case, which is just really nice quality. You can definitely use it for other things. But the really big kicker, I know I'm still zoomed in because I want to show you this. The thing I really want to show you, and I've never seen one like this, is the remote control. Look at that. Turn it on. It's really different and it's super comfortable in the hand. Is the focus getting that? So the one remote looks ugly, but I'm impressed. Well, you know, it might look ugly, but it's very, very, very comfortable to use. It's really nice in the hand. And you can change between four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive on the remote control. So you can literally just turn it on and you can switch from front-wheel drive to from four-wheel drive to two-wheel drive. Now, as far as the specs on the board, this is the reason why I really liked it. And I'll show you really quickly. Add to stream. I'm assuming I can do this. Let me just see really quickly. Just waiting for the stream to change. Might be a second. If it's in two-wheel drive, does it still use both batteries? No. So when you turn the front off, it just uses the back battery and the back ESC. Best I have really picked up the game. Yep, that's an interesting, totally different. Yeah, it is. Also, why I like the Tiny Mini. Yeah, Tiny Mini is a really nice board. Full drive, excellent. Yep. I'm just going to bring up the screen. The screen share is not as easy as I thought it would be, to be very honest with you. Let's just stream, remove. I don't know. I'm just going to talk to you through it. I can't be bothered trying to work it out. Worked perfectly when I practiced. Basically, it's $1,099 for the base model, which is this. This is the $1,099 bot model. You can also get it in a master full drive, which just has a slightly bigger battery, or you can get it in an all-terrain, an AT model. But the AT model is only with cloud wheels, so 120mm. It doesn't come with pneumatic tires. Max speed 35 miles. Range for this model is up to 30 miles, they say. For the bigger battery, they're saying 40 miles. I don't think it'll get that, but we'll definitely test it out. Max load is 120 kilos, so it's not bad for a bamboo fiberglass deck. It's 270 watt hours per battery for this model, so 270 watt hours or 324 watt hours for the master model. I can't see your comments at the moment, guys, so I'll come back to them. 3A charger, new remote. Here's the kicker: it's 11.7 kilos. So for a four-wheel drive board, it is really light, and it gets up on boogies. Yeah, the weight of the board definitely helps with that. Let me look at the comments really quickly. That's interesting, totally different. Yep. Comments there. I imagine that extra drag from the front wheels. Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just there as I would almost call it a gimmick, but I'd also call it maybe as a get out of jail sort of free card. Like you could, if you needed to, you could pop the belts off and just put it in a two-wheel drive and ride it if you had to. Wait, what happens when the back battery runs? Put the charge before the front battery. Wait, so what happens when the back battery runs? Put off charge. Well, it shouldn't run out. If it's in four-wheel drive mode and you've got them, if it's balanced correctly, you've charged both up, it should run out pretty evenly, in theory. Does the suspension have hydraulic or rebound for dampening? Mark, I'm assuming you're talking about the Propel Endevor. It's just the air suspension. It's coil over shock. Does the suspension? Okay, I can see your comments now, Mark. Thank you. So batteries aren't connected, as in you might drain one before the other. Yeah, I mean, in theory, you could. If you had it in two-wheel drive mode, you could drain this one, then that one. But they're not connected at all. It's two separate batteries, two separate ESCs, and four motors. So these aren't connected at all. They don't talk. There's no ditch in the wood for them to be connected. They have two charge ports and so on. English sucks, but then I mean both this tiny, yeah. So that's the first board. This thing's gonna be a lot of fun to test. I will definitely be putting cloud wheels on it straight away. We'll leave these on because they're not bad. They're quite soft. But we will put the cloud wheel 120s on pretty quickly, I'd say, because I think this board with 120s will be really nice. It's got a nice gentle concave. You probably can't see it on the video. It's really gentle and it has a little bit of flex to it. A little bit, but nothing major. Right, just looking at the comments. Batteries aren't connected. We've already covered that. Did you mean the Propel? Yeah, that's what I assumed you were talking about, the Propel. Yeah, the Propel with the suspension. That's what I was talking about. It will look cooler with cloud wheels too, 100%. This thing with a nice set of black or grey cloud wheels, it'll really make it. They weren't originally going to do cloud wheels, and I just said to them, you have to do cloud wheels. Make it an option. This without cloud wheels just looks ridiculous. until you step on it. I literally got out of the box yesterday and I was like, and then I stood on it and I hit the accelerator in speed mode 1 and it threw me off backwards. It's got so much kick. It's actually got more power than the Atlas in four-wheel drive mode for sure. Drew, are you looking to get the Meepo Hurricane? Yeah, long story about that one. If you haven't already seen my comments, the Meepo Hurricane was on its way. It made it all the way to Australia, made it all the way to Sydney, and then the courier company lost it. Don't know where it's gone, unfortunately. So we're talking to Meepo at the moment. I think they're going to send another one because they like me, which is nice. But that'll still be a couple of weeks away, unfortunately. Is it possible that the four-wheel drive board can run just front-wheel drive if the rear battery dies before? Yeah, 100%. That's what I was saying. So if one battery dies, if for some reason you forget to charge up one of the batteries, you can get the remote control and you can put it into two-wheel drive mode, and you can choose which ESC and which battery system you want to use. So you can do that. Have you rode the Apache? Have I rode the Apache with AT tires yet? No, I haven't. It's over there. You can probably just see it in shot, just under the YouTube sign. I don't really want to ride it with all terrain wheels, to be honest. The air wheels, the wind wheels are just perfect. I really like them. The Vesta would also look cool with black. Yeah, it would. But the wind wheels, Josh, so your comment is the Vesta would also look cool with the black wind wheels from Beastboard. But those wheels are actually different. And I found this out a little while ago. Then it's not a standard ABEC core. It's actually, it's not the Discovery ABEC core that Cloud Wheel and all these other Chinese manufacturers are now using, like on these. It's the original ABEC core, which are on the ABEC, what are they, ABEC 105s and so on, and what Volvo are using, the traditional. So they actually don't fit, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, to be honest. So that's the first board. Let me give it a rev for you if you want. You'll hear its power. I'll flip it over really quickly. Turn it on. Now, it's not using the it's not using the brand new Hobbywing 9028 ESC. So you do have to turn it on. It doesn't have remote control on. Of course, I've lost the remote. And you also know it's not the brand new one because you can still hear the amps a little bit. But you listen to this. You might not be able to hear it, but it sounds like crickets. Very, very, very quiet little crickets. Now, here's the remote. Okay, so we are in speed mode 4 and we're in four-wheel drive mode. I know you can't see it, but this is just so you can really hear it. Let me lift it up for you. How am I going to do this? Put this down. It's not heavy, so I can put it on one hand. There we go. Now, it will sound loud because it's going to be right next to my microphone. Turn around so you can see. It has a lot of get up and go. As I said, speed mode 1 threw me off when I first hopped on it because I wasn't expecting that much power. Okay, let's quickly, big question. Is it faster than the Hadian? I have no idea. We'll have to test it. I'm going for the market for a new board. What's your favorite board? I just got the Zeus a little bit ago. It's going to be hard to beat. My favorite board is the Propel Endevor Pro. It's just an all-around board. It goes everywhere. Second favorite at the moment is the Zeus, but I have a feeling that could be 50-50 split with the new Eovan Super. I've had that for a couple of days and it's really impressive. Really, really impressive. Like a lot of power. Really nice VESC. They've changed the VESC from the original carbon GTS model, and it flies. You can even adjust the amps now on the remote control. You can go in through the settings on the Eovan Super, and you can change the amps and change the braking, which is pretty cool. What type of trucks are on it? Shane, are you talking about on the Vesta? What type of trucks are on it? Are you talking about the Vesta? If you are, it's just reverse kingpin, just standard reverse kingpin trucks. Nothing out of the ordinary. Did you ever get the Hurricane? No, it never showed up, fell. It got officially lost. Sold out still. Robert, the Pro is going to be on sale in 11 minutes. So I can see your comment there saying sold out still. There it is up there. Let me show it. It is going to be going on sale at 9 a.m. their time, I believe. So that's 10 minutes time. It'll be back on sale. The Endevor Pro, that is. Yeah, it was borrowed by a posted worker. You're talking about my Meepo Hurricane? Meepo Hurricane? Yeah, getting confused. Yeah, it just sat there for a month. And then they decided just to say, oh, it can no longer be found, which is just, yeah. What's the price, please? Which board are you talking about, Mark? Are you talking about the Vista? Are you talking about this one? Let me show you something really quickly. How do I do this again? Crikey. I got there. Stop the screen. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. I like to talk through what I'm doing. I know it's annoying. Vista V3. Okay, now you should be able to see this now. Yes, you can. Good. I'll go full screen just so you can see it properly. You have to look at my ugly mug for a second. So there's the board there, $1,099, so $1,099.99. That's for their basic, this model here that I've got, the Bamboo four-wheel drive. If you go up to the Master four-wheel drive, it's a bigger battery. That's pretty much the only difference, or it is the only difference, so it has more range. Then if you want to go my model with cloud wheels, it's $100 more, so $1,199. And then the bigger battery with cloud wheels, it's $1,399. But here's the kicker. If you add this to your cart, let me just do this really quickly and show you. Proceed to checkout. They have given me a huge, biggest discount I've had, I think, from a percentage point of view. Does that have to be capitals? Let's have a look. So if you put my discount code in, it takes, I think it's 13% off, and it brings it down to it takes $131 off and brings this base model here, four-wheel drive, down to $968. So it's really cheap. It's at that price, it's good buying. You'd just be silly not to get the cloud wheels included. What's the price? Low borrowed, yeah. The Endevor, the Endevor price, Mark, you were asking about. Sorry, all that ranting and you weren't asking that question. The Endevor Pro is going to be $2,099. Let me just refresh, see if they've gone early. Yes, okay, they've gone early. So let's have oh no, it's still sold out. So it's going to be $2,099 for the Endevor Pro with the VESC 6. But again, my discount code will take a little bit off that. I think from memory it's 3%. There hasn't been one sold for so long because they've been out of stock for such a long time. I hope Meepo sends you another one. Yeah, they are going to, apparently. How much range did you get with the Vista? I haven't tested it yet. It arrived yesterday and it's raining today. So we'll be doing a full range test though, as we always do. The Endevor Pro seems to have a lot of suspension linkage. Does it come with spare bushes? No, it doesn't come with any spare bushings or anything like that. You can definitely tighten them down and adjust it. And they've also got the turning radius springs on the inside, which you can adjust. I've adjusted mine. It took me probably a good half an hour to adjust mine and get it right, but now it rides perfectly. How flexy is the deck? I'm assuming that's the Vista. It's got a nice flex in it. I can't show you here because I just don't have the space, but it's got a little bit of flex. It's pretty stiff, but when you stand on it, it does give a little bit of leeway. So it's quite nice. Did they upgrade the Endevor at all? Yeah, they've put the new VESC in. So they've gone from the Flip Sky 4 to the Flip Sky 6. Now that's not the reason that there was the delay. The reason for the delay is that Flip Sky just weren't actually making any VESCs. That was the whole problem with the delay. I can't imagine it being flexy as a four-wheel drive. Yeah, it's pretty stiff. I mean, with my weight on it, it will get a little bit of flex going, but nothing like a G3 or a Max Find, stuff like that. Robert, you're asking, what battery are they using? Like in the set, Scott, mate. Hey, Skater, this is my car shed, mate. The Hyundai tail light, you can probably see. That's the car right there. The Hyundai is right next to me. I just had it set up from when we did the live stream the other night with Nelson, so I just left it set up. What battery are they using? So are you asking that's around, I'm assuming that's, if you're going to ask a specific question, maybe say what board it is, because we're talking about a few different boards at the moment. I'm assuming, Robert, you're asking about the Endevor Pro. I think they're still using the Samsung 50Gs, which is, it's a pretty reliable cell. It's not the biggest amps. It doesn't have the highest discharge rate, but it does a pretty good job in that 12S5P. Like if you saw in my range test, we had used 99% of the battery, and I could still climb a hill quite easily, like a fairly steep hill. If you haven't seen it, watch my range test and you'll see what I'm talking about. Dude, you know your shit. Respect. Oh, I know a little bit. Logically four-wheel drive burns down the battery faster, doesn't it? So more speed, more torque, but less range. Yeah, that's why they actually split it. So they originally tested it with one battery like the Atlas, and they couldn't really find a way to make it work that well. So that's why they actually split it, and it actually pulls less power having it split than having one big pack. So having the two, whatever, 300 watt-hour packs, it actually goes further than having one big pack, which is weird. I don't get it. I don't get the maths on that, but apparently they did the testing. I have a friend getting a Propel X4S. How do you rate the X4S compared to the Endevor? Two very different boards. The X4S is off-road, long grass, sand, that sort of thing. The Endevor Pro is like off-road trails. Because those motors are so close to those, the wheel pulleys are so close to the ground, you can get a lot of grass stuck in there. So it's not that ideal for long grass. But on trails and off-road, you would have seen in my unbox video, man, that thing is amazing on like dirt, loose dirt, hard-packed sand, roads. Short grass is fine. Short grass, you know, anything sort of inch and a bit. But long grass, it gets caught in the gears and you have to stop and pull it out because it gets jammed between the gears and the belts, just because it is a lot lower than the X4S. Yes, seems like the same flex as my Flux. Yeah, I'd say it would have about the same as your Flux, Tanner. I've stood on yours. It's a pretty solid deck. I think the stiff decks works out better for heavier guys like us. Yep. Well, you're losing weight, AS Skater, so you'll be you won't be a heavier guy like us for much longer. I've seen your progress. Congratulations. Benny's in the house. Nice to see Benny from the UK. So I'm hoping to trade it for Endevor at some point. So I'm hoping to trade it. I missed your first comment. Oh, there you go. I got the X4S myself. It's amazing, but I don't. Yeah, then that's the one big, the only downside, really, honestly, the only downside for the Endevor, not the Endevor, the X4S is its size. It is big. Like I have to fold my seats down to put it in the car. Whereas the Endevor Pro, I can just pick it up and chuck it in the boot. It fits in a lot easier. And it's a lot. The Endevor Pro is a lot smoother as well with that Visk. It's a beautiful ride, and the smart braking and the smart reverse. It just does a really nice job. Right, let's do the next unbox really quickly, guys, and then I reckon it will be time to look at the page and see if it's gone live. Now the next one is a bigger board, and I have a feeling. Sorry about the noise. I have a feeling the next one is going to replace. I'm going to call it a market leader for comfort. And it's one of the boards I've reviewed. Now I'm just going to put it down here as well and grab it out because you're not going to see it up there on the desk anyway. I put my hat on so you don't see my my bald patch. Now this one has got some red details on it, so you guys can have a guess what it might be if it's got red details on it. I'll pull it out while you do that. Now I've also ridden this one yesterday, and it's again a very smooth ride with a couple of cool features. We can see the red wheels already. All right, there it is. This is the new, oh, let me put that there. This is the new board from B1 or Bone, however you want to pronounce it. I call it Bone. I think it sounds a bit funnier. Now, this is their new Bamboo with 10S5P battery, 120 more cloud wheels, all pneumatics. This is their GT. 6368 motors with a really nice motor guard on the back and a lot of really nice detail. Now there is a van stopped right outside there doing a delivery. Let's see what it is really quickly. I know it's a bit unprofessional. Just leave it there. Thanks, mate. It's not a skateboard, so don't worry. So back to this one. Now it's got a really, really weird name, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to take a guess at it. It's the Belrog or something weird like that. Let me bring up the screen so you can see it really fast. I'm going to stop screen, share screen, go to Chrome tabs, B1, here it is. Okay, so it's the B1 Bullrog. Such a weird name, such a weird name. It's super cheap at $1,054 for this. So this one right here is $1,054. Really comfortable deck, really nice. I'm going to call it a micro drop down. Nice motors, cloud wheels, 15 amp hour battery and a 10S5P configuration. It's not 12S. but they do also have a 17.5 amp hour version for 1,174. So obviously, sea shipping and air shipping, you can put that on. It doesn't put up by that much. It's an extra, like, just about 150 bucks for air shipping. If you look at the specs, as I said, 6368 motors. They don't say the cell types. I'm waiting to find out what the cells are, but they're both 10S5Ps, so they're obviously using different cells for the board. The same top speed of 48 kilometers per hour at 30 miles per hour. But if you look at these trucks, I'll zoom in on that picture, they are not double kingpin. Let me find a better picture. Hopefully there's a better picture here somewhere. Can't really see it. They are calling them, let me find the word. They're calling them CKP, single kingpin. CKP. Now these look very, very similar to traditional kingpins. Very, very, very similar. So I'm assuming that's what they are. Yeah. Bullrog. Who decides on their names? I think they just chuck a whole lot of letters into a Scrabble sack and pull them out. It's weird. I don't get it either. Now, the cool feature. Now that I've lost the remote control. Oh my God. There it is. The really cool feature. Now, I think, as I said, I think this will steal a lot of sales from Wellgo for the AT2. I have a feeling that it's going to do. Bigger batteries. It feels just like the AT2 deck. Very, very comfortable. Really nice. But here's the really cool feature I like. They're using the new 9028. I'll zoom in a little bit just so you get the full effect. There's their motor guard, and they have a built-in brake light. Now that's cool. What do you think? So that's all connected to the brake. When you brake, it flashes. I really like it. So look at these comments. I'll zoom you out so you don't have to look at my oily, poor skin. I think board is a LOT monster. I ordered this board, the V1 version, and chatted with their support. They said the large battery is Sanyo cells. Okay, good to know. Thank you for sharing that. I've been meaning to find out before I film. Borg is that monster. Oh, okay. It's just a really nice board. It's beautifully made. It's got really nice accents. The battery enclosure has got the what do you call them? The ditches all the way through, so it really can get a little bit of flex. And I just like that it's been color coded. It's all red, so it's just a really pretty board. When are you going to live there? When are you going to get a LaCroix or a Kelly? They're really hard to get here. Super expensive. Like I'm talking like 6, 7, 8 grand with shipping and everything, and tax. It's wood or it's wood, so it's a bamboo deck. So it has really nice flex. You shall not pass. Yeah. Right. Really quickly, let's refresh. Hopefully, the guys over in China are on time. I'm just going to refresh the Endevor Pro page and see if it is. Yes. Look at that. They are on time. I love it when this happens. Now let's just really quickly do this. I'm going to share my screen again with you. Going to go here. Share. Okay, you can see me. Yep, cool. No, you don't need to. Let's have a look. Right, so it's now in stock. That should be not there. I think they'll probably just about to take that off, so no stress. So there's the Vest 6. Let's go buy now. I'm not buying. I just want to see how much my discount adds. So, D. About $100, I'm guessing. So, okay, $62.97 Americans. That's close to $100 Australian. So it brings it down to, with all your taxes and so on, $2239 for the Endevor Pro with the new Vest 6. So it's certainly not the cheapest board in the world, but for those who have ridden it, will probably agree that the Endevor Pro is a beautiful board, and I think it's worth every cent. Just bought the Endevor Pro. Hey, hate mail. Good job, mate. I hope you used my code and saved $60. Benny, that new B1 board is, yeah. I think you'd like it more if it had a fluoro yellow, I'm assuming. But yeah, just finishing this one off, guys. If you're looking for a $1,000 or $1,200 board with pretty good range and really comfortable, it's pretty hard to go past, to be honest. And as I said, I think this will steal a lot of sales from Wellgo, unless Wellgo hurry up and bring out their 83 or their upgraded 82, which there are rumors is coming. Does your account work on parts? Jacob, yeah, it should work. But how much is postage? Mate, go and have a look, because it'll be different for every country, Mark, as far as postage. Go and do the thing, put my code in, go to the postage. I think that price included postage, I'm pretty sure, but just double check. But it will be slightly different for every country, because I know some countries are super expensive, like New Zealand. Okay, we've got, let's have a look. So Benny there, hey, Scott, I love the brake light. Yeah, mate, the brake light, honestly, when I pulled it out, I wasn't expecting it to be so cool. Like, and you can really, at nighttime, that really shows up. Like, you think about it, I've got all my key lights shining on this, and it's still very, very visual. And even the anodized red motor mounts, it's just a really nice setup. And it's using the 9028 ESC, but they have slightly customized it. So a lot of the 9028s are 15 or 30 amps total, so 15 times 2. These are putting out 18 amps times 2, so a little bit more than a standard 9028-esque. I almost always say 90210. Is B1 also a Chinese manufacturer? Yes, 100%. Can the brake light stay on too? No, it can't. That's my one thing. That's one thing I'm going to be messaging as an opportunity, that it's only on when you're braking. So it's not like glowing and then it flashes. It's off and then it flashes when you brake, which I think is a missed opportunity. Redley Wasp in the lineup. Jacob, no, it's not. I just don't like that. They've had there's been too many quality control issues with that brand. So they haven't asked me. And even if they did, I would probably pass unless everyone really wanted me to do it. B1 video coming, yes. So basically the lineup of videos is going to be the Vestar four-wheel drive, the new Eovan Super, and then this one. This will all be over the period of the next probably 10 days. So we're going to smash out 3 videos over the next 10 days. It's not B-A-K-R-O-G, Benny. It's B-A... Oh, I've lost it now. B-A-L-R-O-G, Belrog. I don't know. I haven't Googled it. I'm assuming it means something like a mythical creature or something special. But yeah, really nice board. Really nice fit and finish. Not too heavy. Yeah, Belrog. Okay. That's what you were saying. Okay. All right, let's put this down here. Alrighty, now just a reminder, guys, if you have just come in, the winner of the $100 voucher we've already drawn, it was Sleepy Sheep. He won it through the random comment generator. So I haven't seen him in the comments yet, so he's got 7 days to respond. 7 days, otherwise we'll just do another redraw and we'll keep going until we get a winner. Agree, it's good to have it on always left behind you. Yeah, totally. Come out the light there. Cool brake light. B1 looks like Meepa Hurricane. Completely different, Ellen. Very, very different looking board. The Meepa Hurricane is a big carbon fiber, wide, long board. This is very, I mean, honestly, you could slap a Wellgo logo on it and you'd confuse it to be a Wellgo. It's really, really well refined, comfortable bamboo. It's only 6368 motors. The Hurricane's a 6374. Okay, there we go. A Belrog is a powerful fictional monster in JR Tolkien's Middle Earth. Oh, there you go. Do you think the Eovan Super is the best buy over the Hadean? 100%. Yeah, so can't comment on your live stream. YouTube isn't letting me. Oh, there is rain forecast. Sorry, so I got a personal chat from another YouTuber in Sydney, so he can't comment. That's strange. I must have done something in the settings, maybe. I don't know. So someone's asking, do you think the Eovan Super is the best buy over the Hadean? Well, first of all, it's half the price. It's less than half the price. I think with my discount, it's like $1,308. It's got a close to 20 amp hour battery, the GTS Super from Eovan. It's got adjustable amps. It's got the new R mode, which is just, it's dangerous. Like, it's got so much power. I've seen a video of them going up a slope. I wish I could share it here. Can I share it here with this new software? I probably can, actually. Share video file. Let me try this really quickly, guys, because I can show you this super quickly. It's on my phone. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to airdrop that to my laptop. We're doing this on the fly. Let's see if this works. I can't see any comments. I don't know if you're there. Okay, today 9:22. Let me just open this really quickly. Let me just remove that really quickly. I can share this. I know I can now that that's worked, which is cool. Date modified. Why is it not working? It should be there. Sorry, guys. I do really want to show you this because it is it's impressive. It's something you'd see an EUC going up. It's a very steep incline. Okay, got it. There it is. Okay, open. Over 40 degrees. And that's two of them going up with their new motors, the 6374s. That is powerful. Like, that's cool. That's, yeah, I'm very impressed with that. And again, at $1,308 after my discount, it's good buying. It's crazy value. Let me look at the comments. Which size wheels, tires will you be using for the Eovan Super video coming up? So I've got two types. I've got the rubbers, the rubber 120s, I think they are, or 125s, and I've also got the new 6-inch, which look like wagon wheels, but apparently they carve really well. So they've gone for function over looks. Apparently they look pretty ugly. I've pulled them out of the box and they do look a bit ugly, but apparently they carve beautifully. Let's talk amongst yourselves, Mr. D. Did you see the ludicrous display last night? Okay. Damn, that's steep. Yeah, short circuit. You found out how to comment. Good. What board would you most like to try that you haven't yet had the opportunity to? Probably Baja and LaCroix, to be honest. Baja's a local brand. They're based in Melbourne. They've just got amazing boards. The A-Trax 2, excuse me. Oh, I needed that. The A-Trax 2 with that gearbox and that suspension just looks incredible. Like you go up a bump and the wheel goes up and the other wheel stays flat. It's amazing. It looks amazing. Yeah, and the LaCroix. I'd love to try LaCroix even just for a couple of days and film it and to be able to compare it to all these other boards that I've got. Steep. I'd be more worried about my shoes losing traction. Yeah, yeah. It was a very steep hill. And they went up and down there. I think it was 16 times, and then they got bored and carried on. So it doesn't overheat as well because of those bigger motors. There's more heat dispersion from the 6374s. I think it was vibrated. You have to try my Flux, Scott. Yeah, so I'm gonna try Tanner's Flux, which is just finished getting built, which looks really cool. Hey, bro, great to see you live. Hope to watch your Eovan review soon. So, yes, Scott, it is coming, as I said, mate. Give me probably about 8-9 days, and the review will be out. I'm doing all the close-up, nice sort of B-roll shots right now. Just use the discount code Endevor. Good job, Nick. You bought one. Congratulations, mate. I can't wait to hear what you think, because I know you wanted one ages ago, and then they went out of stock. So that's really cool. Hey, Scott, what do you reckon, the Bound motor or the Eovan and Meepo? Which one? Mate, I can't comment on the... This is from Andreas. He's asking, hey, Scott, which one you reckon? Bound motor, the Eovan, Meepo, which one for you? Which one would I choose? I'm assuming he means. I haven't tried the Hurricane because it hasn't shown up. Because as we mentioned, it was lost by Fastway or Aramax. But out of the Bound motor and the Eovan definitely has more power. It's just, you can't deny it. It feels, I think it's even more powerful than the Hadian, which the Hurricane is also. So it'll be very close between the Hurricane and the Eovan, but the Eovan has more range. It has a bigger battery, and it looks sexy. So they both look good. It's going to come down to personal preference. They're both double kingpins. It's going to come down to what you like the look of, to be honest. You can't chat desktop browser, but chat is not an option on mobile app. Okay, I'll probably smash the red light. Yep. It does sit a little bit low, the rear light. I can still walk with the ball behind me like this, but it does, if you lift it up too high, I'm 6 foot. If I lift it up too high when I'm dragging it, the tail light, well, not the light, but the bottom of the guard does hit the ground. Late for the party, but I am here. Right, any last questions, guys? We've seen it. It's gone. We know it's gone live. We know the sale price, which is cool. We've done the draw for the winner. As I said, the winner was Sleepy Sheep. He knows to go to my About tab and email me. He's got 7 days. We've looked at the new 4-wheel drive board from Vestar. We've looked at the new Bamboo from B1. We've answered a few questions. Anything else, guys? Any other questions you've got? How much is the B1? So the B1 at the moment is for the GT. So the one I've got with the red cloud wheels, I'm not going to pull it back out. The one with the cloud wheels and the 15 amp hour, it's on sale right now for $1,054. If you want to go for the slightly bigger battery, the 17.5 with the Sanyo cells, you're looking at $1,174. That includes sea shipping. So if you want to go air shipping, it's $1,300 for the big battery, and $1,184 for the 15 amp hour battery. And that's a 10S 5P battery configuration. How much is the B1? Yeah, let us know when you have a garage sale. I'm actually going to sell some boards. I need to make some space. I just don't like having, I don't actually like having this many boards in the house. It's a little bit dangerous. Speaking of boards being dangerous and fires, I mentioned it on the live stream recently. If use your code, isn't it like 954? Are you talking about the Vestar, Tanner? You're talking about the Vestar 4-drive? Yeah, if you use my code on the Vestar, it comes down really cheap. It comes down to, on the Vestar with my discount code, it comes down to $968. So it's $131 off for the Vestar 4-drive. How do you like the H20T from Team G? Mate, I don't have it. I was gonna sell it and then I felt bad selling it to someone. It started after like 3 months. It just went to the dogs. Whenever someone asks me about it, whenever I see a post on social media, I tell people don't touch it, don't go near it. Old technology, they've started using different trucks, which are really low quality. They're still using a battery supply with known quality issues. So unfortunately, Team G has gone. Team G used to be one of those brands you go, well, that's cool, you know, with the H9s with the built-in batteries. But as soon as they started doing the H20s and the H20Ts, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they changed factories or suppliers, but the quality went downhill. So H20T, stay away. There's much better options out there. Even the Lycon GR, the Lycon Swift, the new Ultra, the new Tiny Ultra is a beautiful board, like really nice. There's so much better buys out there and safer buys as well. Let's have a look. Just ordered one. Oh, really? Can you ask her how long ago did you order it? Get a refund if you can. If it was in the last 24 hours or the last 48, you should be able to get a refund. Rexy4243. Avoid Team G. Yeah. How much is it with your code for the B1? My code doesn't work at the moment because it's already on sale. Who's asking that? Tanner. So $1,184 is the sale price. Once it goes off Black Friday, my code will be like $200 off the normal price, which brings it down to probably the same price. But when I put it live, I'll put a link in my video. If you use my link, they'll chuck in some free accessories, like a couple of free belts and so on, once my video goes live. Endevor Pro ordered. You got the Endevor Pro as well. Awesome. Such overkill for commuting. Code used. Tom, there's no such thing as overkill when it comes to electric skateboards and commuting. Like, you're going to arrive there. You can wear your work shoes on this, and you're still going to arrive with comfortable feet. Exactly what Short Circuit said. Not overkill. It's perfect. Enjoy your commute. Exactly. What would you recommend for a beginner? I think I just answered that theoretically, Rixie. I would be looking at the tiny boards. They are really nice. I was looking behind me. The Tiny Ultra, the Beast Board Apache, or the Beast Board Viper was really nice. The Wellgo 2S Pro is okay, but they do have a new version coming out really soon. They've got the Wellgo Max coming out. Yeah, I would stick down that end. Honestly, I think for a beginner, Rexy243, I don't think you can go past the Tiny Ultra. It's good battery, amazing. It's the closest thing to a booster board I've tried. It's very, very comfortable. So what I was saying about fires before, yeah, sorry, I got to talk HFL. Nobleman is making skateboard bags. So they're actually working on them right now. They're actually in the hills of China with dodgy batteries without BMSs, and they're making them catch on fire inside these bags. They're going to be a supported bag with a light frame that you can put your board and charge it overnight, or charge it when you're at home in a fireproof, in a fireproof bag. What about fires, Tanner? You can get a bag. Yep. So it's fireproof from what I remember last night. Really? Yep. They're making them right. They're literally working on them right now. They're working on those and some really cool armored knee pads. So dual axis or dual hinged knee pads. I got the Tiny Mini Bags of Scotch Review. I think I made a good choice. Best in class cruiser board. Yeah. The The Mini is also really nice. It's right here, actually. Just tripping up skateboards. That's the Tiny Mini. And this is it's just really nice. But the cool thing is these guys are constantly innovating. So they've already changed. They've already added a tail puck on. He's putting on a nose guard. I think that's been included now. They're working on a couple of things I can't say, but the guy who owns this, his name is Aiden. He used to be one of the owners of Wellgo, and you can tell from the quality. The board is just really nice. Good warranty, lifetime warranty on their trucks. That's how much they believe in these Paris V3 clones. Lifetime warranty. So if you snap a truck, they replace them. No questions asked. But that Tiny Mini is probably my favorite mini board at the moment, but I need to actually find time and get out and do a comparison. So I'm going to do the X-Way Wave, the Wellgo Mini, and the Tiny Mini. Right, so look, try to review the real board, Scott. Yeah, I had some work with Vic a while ago, and I'm not sure what happened. He just doesn't contact me, so I'm not going to contact him. If he wants me to do something, he can let me know. That's awesome. I'm about to go get some of those bags now. The bags aren't available yet. They're still built. They're literally testing them right now. They're testing the fireproof bags, Josh, so you won't be able to buy one just yet. Benjamin, got my Tiny Mini yesterday. Awesome. So I got my Tiny Mini yesterday. Love it. So you've ridden it and you enjoy it. That's good. How do you find the power, the brakes? Like I really dig it. I really like the tail and everything. Aiden from Tiny is super responsive. Best, yeah, Scott. So Aiden he's all about customer. I'm not sure what he used to do at Wellgo. Maybe he was the customer service manager, or I know he was part owner, but he is so good on response. So I've got his private number. I text him so I wake up at 6 a.m., which is 4 a.m. his time in China, and he responds straight away. Like, hey man, blah, 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 and here's the details. Like he's so good. Thoughts on YouTube removing the dislike count? Really good question, Vin. I really like it because there's trolls. There's people out there, and I know who they are, and they just don't want to. They just want to do anything they can to get under your skin, and they're too scared to leave a public comment because that's from their account. You can see who it is. But if you leave a thumbs down, it's anonymous, and they're cowards. So by YouTube removing it, you can't see it. Well, these scumbags, these weaklings, these wimps are going to do it less, and that's across the whole platform, you know. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, you can always turn it off anyway. You could always just turn it off anyway. But I would always put a video live, and within the first hour, there'd always be 3 thumbs down. It's just stupid. That's my thoughts. Which AT board would you recommend for a beginner? Which all-terrain board would you recommend for a beginner? Do you want pneumatics? Because if you're talking pneumatics, you'd be looking at something like that B1 I just showed. The Bullrog with the AT tires is pretty good. Obviously, Wellgos you can't go past. What's your budget? What's your budget? BMRBCA. Interesting username. I'll come back to your question. With knee pads from Nobleman, are they going to make some elbow pads too? I believe they are, but they're focusing on the knee pads first. So the knee pads, they're getting out right now. But the elbow pads will come as well. The Wellgo Mini looks awesome, but I'm holding out to see what Backfire does. Their Mini, it's due for a refresh. Fel, you'll be waiting a while. I don't think there's much coming. Their original Mini didn't sell well. It didn't meet expectations, so I know that I don't think there's much in the works to refresh the Backfire Mini. Have you seen the Ondra Challenger AT? Yes, I have. I think it looks ridiculous. I mean, everyone's been asking, oh, can we do a Mini with all terrains? And someone did it, and I'm sure it's nice to ride, but it looks a bit silly, in my opinion. I prefer the style of the Backfire, but stats are lackluster. Yeah, and they've had a few problems with cracking decks in the Backfire Mini. Hazel hate, yep, that's right, and that's exactly right. Who cares? No budget limit. So, all right, BM. So, no budget limit. You're going to have to be looking at the Eovan Super, the Meepo Hurricane, the Bound Motor Flash. What else? Look behind me. I've got a sore neck today. The Propel Endevor Pro. It's just on sale. Massive board, massive power, massive battery. there's loads of options. But message me on Instagram. We can talk about what you actually need, and I can sort of recommend something. So just go to Scott Davies YouTube on Insta, and we can chat privately. So Scott's saying here he's got the Elite dual axis knee pads, like the G-form pads, much more cheap. Yeah. So those Elite ones, I've actually got a knockoff pair of those, which I bought. Well, I call them knockoff. It's an off-brand, same molds. I got them from E-Riders here in Brisbane, and they are so comfortable, and they're $60, and they're just so comfortable. Challenger is not a mini. Yeah, you're right. It's Challenger is not a mini. It's as long as the H20T. Yeah, it's 35 inches. It's not a mini board. It's just shaped like a mini board. So it's a big board, but apparently it's quite nice. He promised he was going to send one over and over and over again, and a month later he'd say, yep, it's coming, and a month later he'd say, yeah, it's coming, and then 2 months later he'd say, oh yeah, we've got a broken one that's getting repaired, we're going to send you. I'm like, don't bother, just don't worry about it. It's, just not present. No point in waiting any longer. E-board to Benny, yeah, mate, I agree with you, mate. The Fabi Challenge looks goofy with the pram wheels. Just keep it as it was with the 90 mils. The 90 mils look nice, or even the baby blues, they look really nice. And 3 times the cost of the mini. Yeah, exactly. The other mini is obviously, that's the Max Find. Excuse me, when I back to the camera, it's a little bit rude. If you want something whisper quiet, you can't go past, the Wellgo quality is very top notch. Like that Wellgo mini is really nice, but it doesn't have the same torque as the tiny mini. The tiny mini has a much bigger battery, and it definitely has more torque. This is really nice to cruise on though, like whisper quiet through the cities, but I would still choose the tiny mini just because it has more power and more range. All right, guys, I need to wrap up soon because I'm going to Tanner's house in the chat to drop off some wheels. We've got 51 people watching. Any more questions, guys? If you all hit the like button for me because it helps with the algorithm. Don't forget the winner of the competition was Sleepy Sheep. So he needs to email me in 7 days. Don't forget to go to the Propel page if you want to get one. They are in stock right now. I have a feeling they will sell out pretty quickly. They have limited VISC 6. Don't forget to use my code, ScottD. G-form rip like press stamp. They tear apart from harder soft. Okay, it's good to know. Hey, Scott, do you know if you can use ABIC wheels in the Airvan? Yes, you can. Andre M. Yes, you can, and they do sell the pulleys. So they sell a 40T and a 50T, I think it is. Check their website, but you definitely can use ABIC wheels. I had cloud wheels on my last Airvan GTS. They fit on perfectly fine, and they work really, really well. Wellgo Mini is also hubs, not anywhere near as comfy. Yeah, that's right. You can't really change the wheels. I mean, you can put donuts on, but they're a pain in the bum to put on, and they do a good job, but still not as good as a true cloud wheel, or even a true urethane wheel. Any other questions, guys? I don't think I've got anything else to show you behind me. We've looked at the B1. For those of you who weren't here before, I want to show you this again, just for the ones who have come in late. The new remote from Vestar for their 4-wheel drive board. All-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. In front of my ugly mug. Really comfortable to use. It does look a little bit ugly, but once it's in your hand, it is really comfortable. All right, guys, that's it. Cool. Cheers, bro. Best. Awesome live, man. Cheers, mate. Great stream. Thank you. Tanash, any EUCs are you willing to part with? No, I love my V8F and I love my V12. B1 Hercules is nice too. Good deal as well. Yeah, the Hercules is nice if you want a carbon, 100%. But if some people just don't like carbon, if you want bamboo, this is definitely a good option. Thanks, Scott. Have a good one. All right, guys, let's end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been a little bit smooth. As I said, I'm using the new software, so I'm just working out how to use it. If you ever want to ask me a question, make sure you send me a message on Instagram, Scott Davies YouTube. If you're ever looking at getting a board, reach out, ask me if I've got a discount code, because most of the companies, Batman weapon, exactly, the Batarang. Most companies will give me some sort of discount, which I can give you guys. So make sure you ask before you buy a board for most of them. And yeah, any other questions, message me. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next live. So skate safe, wear a helmet, and we'll see you next time.